Hello everybody, I'm going to do a little bit of a talk about watches tonight. Smartwatches, or in this case dodgy, possibly knockoff smartwatches. What I have here is two watches bought from eBay. This is the W8 Bluetooth smartwatch, and this is the DX09 Bluetooth smartwatch. It's blatantly obvious from the appearance that this one is desperately trying to pretend to be an Apple Watch. Fails, well, you know, we'll have a look at it in a bit, but yeah, it fails miserably in terms of quality, but it isn't all that bad, and this is similar. So, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start off with the W8 model, which is this one. So, to kick things off, we'll have a quick look at the body and the strap. The strap's very rigid rubber of some kind. There doesn't appear to be any easy way to remove it. It looks like it slides out, but I can't figure it out. Maybe someone else has managed to do this. It isn't very long. It doesn't go over my wrist. And although I'm a fairly big person, I'm surprised because most watches generally would go. I'd put my watch on the last hole in the strap, and I'd usually end up having to actually invest in a few extra links. So yeah, it isn't a very long strap. But anyway, I'll just switch it on so I can show you what it looks like switching on. It's got a very obnoxious startup. So here we are. Okay, first thing I have to say is build quality. This is plastic. It looks like metal, but it's plastic. Back of it's cheap plastic. This looks like a button, but it's where you charge the phone with a micro USB. This here, which it looks like the Apple crown, is just a press button. It turns, but the turn has no effect. It's just a press button. So you press it off, press it on, and you get the watch faces. So there's a couple of watch faces to choose from. A sort of one that looks a bit like a Swiss railway clock almost, and that kind of has a vague Swiss chronograph watch look about it. And so back to the 60 style watch, would you say? So let's have a look at the menu. To get into the menu, you press the crown until you get there. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. It's a long press on the crown. There you go. Front screen. Time's all wrong. I've never set it correctly myself, but you don't really need it for this. I've got a SIM card in this, so this is actually a phone as well as a Bluetooth device. So you can actually connect this up to your smartphone and use it as an extension of your smartphone, or you can use this as a standalone phone, which is quite impressive for the price I paid for it, which was €14 for this one. $14, which would probably be about €8 or €9. So that's actually not bad. So press menu to go into here, and as you can see, they're trying to copy the the Apple Watch. They're not doing a very good job of it. You swipe across the screens there. Now, unlike the Apple Watch, you can't install apps on this. What you get is what you're stuck with. Now, I don't know if I would have a problem with that, because for me, I'm not sold on the concept of the smartwatch, to be honest with you. I find the combination of battery life and having to remember to charge it up every morning, coupled with the fact that the screen's so small, it just doesn't really appeal to me. And I think the manufacturers have made a mistake. What I would like to see in smartwatch is the sort of classic 1970s, 80s analog/digital watch, where you'd have an analog watch and a digital display at the same time. If they could revive that, but use some sort of like e-paper display instead of an LED or LCD display, which would maybe provide basic phone connection functionality, such as telling you got a meeting coming up, or telling you who's dialing, or maybe have some sort of means to switch between songs on your music player. Basic control stuff. That is what I want to see, but with a classic watch face, not what we're getting now, which is a battery draining LED screens. So anyway, let's have a look at some of the applications we've got. We've got the phone there, and I guess it's hard to dial, so I'll just call the top up line from my network. Here it says local call. Now if you're connected to your phone, you'd have the option to Bluetooth call as well through your phone. So I'll just go local call. It should detect that you're not connected by Bluetooth and jump straight to the call, but there you go.
Welcome to 3 Top Up. For queries relating to the number you're calling from, press 1. If it relates to a different number,
So there you go. Call ended. Call quality is not bad, and you know it's you would look stupid going down the street speaking into this, so you can use a Bluetooth headset with it. Let's go back into the menu. Come on. It's actually a bit more responsive than this usually. I don't know why it's not playing ball today. Please insert memory card. So there is a sound recorder, but you need to put in a memory card, and it uses a micro SD. Not connected. Well, if you're connected, that's the music control. So if you're connected to your phone and you've got a music player, you can control that using the Bluetooth. There's a calculator, which is even harder to use than those 1980s style calculator watches you used to get from Casio. But you know, it does the job. Call logs. There's your Bluetooth. So as far as I can tell, it's only for connecting to your wireless headset and to your mobile phone. Contacts it pulls in from your phone if you've got it connected by Bluetooth. Go to the next screen. Some settings back. This is there is actually a camera here. But the quality is terrible. The camera is actually right there. If you can see, it's looking up at the camera above. As far as I can tell, it's about 300,000 pixels, so 0.3 megapixels. I can't actually see using that for anything useful because the quality is just appalling, and you need a memory card to save. Yes, for connecting to your phone, they give you a BT notifier app, which is basically designed to push notifications to the watch. It's very basic, it's very crude. So it will push forward your SMS notifications, your WhatsApp notifications and the like, but it'll only give you the headline. You can't actually get the content. So if, for example, my wife sends me a WhatsApp, I'll get a message popping up saying, your wife sent you a WhatsApp message. And that's it. If I want to actually look at the message, I have to get my phone out. So that's a bit of an odd one. Because like a text message would be ideal for displaying on these. So even though it has it, but if you have got a SIM card and you can just, you know, like I say, it can handle its own text messaging. But if you want to use any sort of third-party apps, WhatsApp, Facebook, or whatever, you have to have this BT notifier app. There's some stuff here I haven't got a clue what it is. Please insert memory card. When I touch on that, that kind of looks like a Bluetooth symbol, but again, it asks for the notifier app. To install the software for your phone, there's a permanently installed icon that brings up this QR code that takes you to the App Store. So there you go. You can't get rid of that. There's a lot of stuff here. Tap on it and it just says insert memory card. So I have no idea what it is. Sedentary number. So sedentary reminder. Or this is where we're getting into the sort of fitness side of things. You can say, remind me in half an hour to move. So if you're sat down for 20 minutes and or half an hour and you haven't moved, or you're sitting at the desk, it'll bleep and go off and say go and move. And now we're getting into the more sort of fitness tracking stuff. So there's a pedometer, which as far as I can tell, I haven't actually been able to link to any fitness apps on my phone. Again, so it's there, you can look at it, but actually saving or using that data is impossible. Alarm clock, some basic stuff. There is this Twitter thing, which would you like to install the browser? See if that works. Nope. Black line comes across the screen, so I suspect this. Let's see, Chrome. Install. Same again. Yes, I suspect this Facebook, Twitter, and Chrome stuff is just nonsense. There's also a WhatsApp logo. So you know, this is the basic text messaging, which works grand. It's if you write a message, you got the choice of a T9 style keyboard or a numeric keyboard, or you can change it to maybe I'm thinking of the Overwatch. But yeah, so it's kind of a going back to the 1990s style of writing a text message. Does the job. Like I say, here's the WhatsApp logo. Do you want to install the browser? No, it's not working. So what's good and bad about this? Oh, there's a little search icon. I wonder what that is. Oh, anti-lost. So yeah, if you I think some of the dodgy English translations are coming through here. But if you have lost your watch and you got the Bluetooth notifier application on your phone and you're paired with this, you can say "Find my watch" and it'll make this bleep, and but it's saying it wants to connect to the Bluetooth. So anyway, like I say, that's really all there is to this watch. Let's go and have a look at the other one. Startup screen. And physically, much more pleasant sound. Less obnoxious, but quite loud. Now, one of the good things about this watch is it does have a longer strap. It feels quite sturdy. It does feel kind of tacky, but still feels fairly sturdy. I don't have a SIM card in this phone, but the thing is, apart from the home screen here, which has all the apps, the biggest difference is the button, which is switch it on and off, is now here. There is a camera here, and it kind of points upwards. I'll show you what I mean in a second. USB port is here. Different watch faces, so you got this kind of, that's kind of like the clock in Prague, the astronomical clock. Don't know what that looks like. Sort of fancy Swiss sports watch. We're back to the astronomical clock. So here we go. There's the menu. Swipe in. It's got a phone file manager for managing files in the memory card. Again, like the other watch, this is a phone in itself. So you can put a SIM card in and a memory card, or use it as a Bluetooth. The software is very similar. One thing it does have, which I don't have set up here, is it does have an app to let you remotely control the camera on your phone. Nothing fancy. It literally is just take a picture. So it's like a remote control for the shutter on your phone, which could come in handy occasionally. I guess the software is virtually identical. Like if you look at the settings menu, it looks very similar to the other phone. Bluetooth in particular is identical, even though the power symbol for on or off is. And there's not really a lot of difference between this. The icons are different, but the apps are more or less the same. I'll show you the camera. Just it's kind of pointing up in that direction. So if you want to see the camera, so it's pointing literally just upwards. So the camera. So right now I'm seeing the lens of the camera. So yeah, it points forward. Pixel quality, it's 300,000 pixels, 0.3 megapixels. Terrible camera. You're not really going to use it for anything in particular, anything useful. So we'll go back. Pedometer, which like the other phone had. There's anti-lost, same menu. If you're connected for your phone, it'll tell you. Tell you where you're set off an alarm on the watch. There is a sleep monitor, which is kind of like the sedentary monitor on the other phone. Supposedly it tells you the quality of your sleep. Haven't used it. Video recorder, Facebook. It's the exact same as the other watch. Like the only real difference in terms of software is the skinning. Other than that, everything's pretty much the same. And so basically, in summary, what's the main differences between you? Well, I don't know if you can see it here, but one of the main, I think, is one of the most obvious differences. Let's see if I can get this to display. The same sort of watch. So there's similar watch faces. This one is a lot brighter. This one is a lot dimmer. So there's definitely a noticeable difference between screen brightness. In terms of sound and volume, this is a lot louder than this one. But this one's got a better strap, and the remote camera function is quite nice. In terms of sound quality, I've put SIM cards in both of them, and there's nothing really between them. Connecting to a Bluetooth headset, and the sound quality is similar. So there you go. Like this one was €14. Sorry, $14, which is about €7 or €8. This one was $11, which was about €6. So, like I say, you're getting an actual whole phone for that money, which isn't bad. No, if you wanted something to go for a night out with, you know, you can wear it around your wrist. You don't have to carry a phone with you. You might know it might be what you're after. But like I say, they're cheap smartwatches. You can't install apps on them. They're nowhere near as good as smartwatches from a brand name. But for the money, what they're charging for them, they're not actually bad. No, really. They're handy for remote control your phone. They're a gadget. They're something to play around with and maybe show off a bit. But don't expect them to last. So there you go. As is what I usually say at the end of this, you get what you pay for. And this is not complete crap, but it's getting there. Thank you.